Hey everyone, this is a new kind of thing we're doing here. This is a new sort of marketing endeavor, and it's also kind of a challenge, I guess you could call it too. But basically, we're gonna try to be going through pretty much every day, every work day or so, as much as we can to pull up an article, talk about it, do a short video that's like just a few minutes. That's just like kind of our thoughts, non-edited. We're just gonna cut this a little bit, maybe throw an outro up or something, and then post it online. So here's my first one, and let's switch the scene. This article kind of came up when I was looking for new things with the Olympics, and this is something that I generally like to talk about, or I'm generally involved with. And so the title is, what does the AKOTT tests at the Olympics mean for broadcasters? And I'm not going to go through this whole article. This is actually kind of a more lengthy article. And the kind of meat of it is, they're doing a test where they're testing 8K streaming, and Intel is kind of trying this new technology where they're using 8K cameras and stuff, and then they're using encoding technologies, H.266/VVC, and they're basically doing that. Then they're decoding at another end using Intel Tech and all this kind of fancy decoding. And I think that said that there was a little bit of AI in there, but the main thing I kind of care about is I've kind of been a big advocate of, I don't think that 4K streaming matters that much. It matters in a sense. So I've been very familiar with Twitch and like YouTube streaming for a long time now, and I used to stream 720p for a little while, for bandwidth reasons and performance reasons, and that was something I kind of chose because I know a lot of people are viewing on phones, and 720p is even, you can distinguish it depending on the phone between 1080, but it's not something that you like kind of look at it and like, oh, that's 720 like you do on some screens or on your computer, how you might see it. And 1080 to me is like most of my monitors are 1080p. That's what I look at a lot. I like 4K. I like having a 4K monitor. I like how crisp it is, but I don't look at 1080p and I'm like, ew. I'm like, yeah, it's fine, especially for streaming. So I know something's live, and for data, for processing power and all that, I've been very set on like 1080p. I think is going to be the best we need for a very long time, especially for phones. Now, this comes to this other idea of 4K streaming. So, of course, we could do 4K, and the streaming services that do 4K, and you kind of see some TV stuff here and there. It's becoming a little more popular now recently. And 8K is this kind of like, okay, well, it's never going to be 8K on a phone, or at least not for a very long time. And so that's pretty much going to be set to like TVs, 8K TVs. I think that's pretty obvious to most people. And it's great and all. And if you have an 8K TV, awesome. But 8K is still kind of rolling out slowly. It didn't hit the market quite as hard as 4K did. But I think the biggest issue, in my opinion, which you guys can let me know in the comments what you kind of think about your ideas, but I think that the internet is going to be the hardest thing, is sending that much data over the internet. So if we want to explore having 8K in someone's house being streamed, that is a ton of data. So unless we have I think you pretty much guarantee to have fiber at that point, and very high performance fiber. And it's not super common that everyone has fiber these days. There's some places that have it, especially newer developments. But and I think there was also an article or something that I read recently where fiber is also getting better. They're figuring out how to use existing fiber lines to push more data. So that's where I can really see it be kind of used, but it still kind of feels more niche to me. I think this is really cool. It's being tested. I think it's cool that Intel is doing this, and that There's also a video here if you want to find this article and watch it. It's basically just like an audio walkthrough of this article in a way. But I think it's very interesting. I think it's cool that this is being kind of developed and tested and working through it. I definitely think improving streaming technology, whether or not we go for like 8K or even full 4K, even if we just made 1080, it's like even better. That's where I think the most impressive thing or like the coolest thing in my day to day, where I would see it. So let me know what you guys think. This is my first video of this little day video article series we're doing. So yeah, let me know if you have any comments. Let me know if we can start a discussion, and hopefully I'll have another one of these out tomorrow. See you guys later.